Hey, welcome back. Today's March 18th, Thursday, and on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets before diving into MATICUSD and see what exactly is going on in here. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market, according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in this market first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. It tells me where the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? Today, we do have Bitcoin dominance down very slightly today, even less than 0.1%. Somewhat straddling between up and down, very mild change. Now, this breaks down to very quickly. Bitcoin price action down about 1.9%. Total altcoin market cap down 1.76%. Now, this is the downside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards. I usually see total altcoin market cap not being affected by Bitcoin pullbacks as much, even though very similar ranges today. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance trending downwards, which is generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards, I would usually see total altcoin market cap being affected more by Bitcoin pullbacks. For example, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards and Bitcoin pulls back by 1%, I could usually see total altcoin market cap pulling back by more than 1%. Let's go over to Bitcoin. Now, I have done a more detailed post on Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action earlier today on my first post on EOS. If you guys are interested in seeing that in more detail and seeing how that could affect the overall altcoin markets, take a look into that. It is important. Bitcoin price action here. Right now, it's getting resistance from that old neckline, as I've pointed out. On the 4-hour time frame, that's more easily seen. There was a cup and handle pattern. Price action broke above that pattern before quickly breaking right back into the pattern. Right now, the resistance is about 58K, which was the old neckline of that cup and handle pattern. Key support I'm looking at will be the daily 21 MA again. Okay, currently about 53K. Now, there are some bearish signals I have pointed out in my earlier post today. If Bitcoin pulls back at any point or continues pulling back, it could still have an effect on the overall altcoin markets. Multiplier of that effect would depend on usually how far up or down Bitcoin dominance is trending. Go over to Matic. Let's take a look into the monthly timeframes down to the daily, which I consider to be macro timeframes, and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. Monthly timeframe here, we are at an RSI reading of over 92, so in very overbought territory. Weekly time frame here, we are at an RSI reading of about 93, so very overbought territory as well, and possible bearish divergence scenario as I'll be comparing this top with this top right here, okay? So higher highs, however, with lower highs on the RSI. That's classic bearish divergence. Now, whenever I do see bearish divergence on a specific time frame, my conservative estimate is that it's going to come down to the next closest moving average. In this case, would be the weekly 21 MA, the blue line right here, currently about 9 cents. Would it actually come all the way back down here? It depends on how strong the bulls are in this market. Could it at least consolidate for a little bit and wait for this price action to come up to meet this price action. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two, could it actually take off without it, without even waiting for this moving average to come up or dropping down to this moving average? Or would it actually be not strong enough and just let the price action come all the way down here? So these are going to be some clues I'll be looking for to answer these questions. 3-day time frame here, very similar thing could be said. However, we are at an RSI reading of about 77, so not as overbought. However, there is still bearish divergence comparing this high and this high. So same thing as what I said on the weekly could be said right here. Okay. Daily time frame here. I don't think this could be technical bearish divergence. Actually, it is not. So daily, I think we're okay. We're at an RSI reading of 70, so slightly overbought. Let's see what pattern I could be dealing with here. So I do see a possible falling wedge pattern that's still developing. We don't have enough data here on this time frame to actually say it's a validated falling wedge pattern. So it's not complete. It is not validated. It's just my very early estimate, because I do think by the time price action comes down to this bottom trend line, it would actually hit this daily 21 MA, which is approaching this bottom trend line. So this is my reasoning for estimating a falling wedge pattern on this daily time frame. Now, falling wedge patterns, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, it is a 68% chance of it breaking to the upside. Even though this is a bullish pattern, and those are the statistics for the pattern, I will heavily consider the high RSI readings on the time frames I have just pointed out on the macro time frames, as well as the bearish divergence scenarios. Okay. So even if we have a bullish pattern here, I would not lose track of those bearish signals. If the price action actually breaks to the upside after it completes this falling wedge pattern, according to my estimate, I do have a measure target here of about 50 cents. Now, measure targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's take a look into the key resistances and supports relevant to this price action right now. Key resistance, depending on where this price action actually lands, of course. If price action actually breaks this fib level area, about 35 cents, this would become resistance, okay? After that, then I'm looking at resistance levels at about 45 cents, which I have seen quite a bit of resistance from past trading history. And then slightly above the 50 cents area, where I see quite a bit of wicks as well. And then one more at about 55 cents. Those are going to be the key resistances above the pattern. Key supports right now, as of this snapshot, would be this 35 cents fib level area. Okay. Followed by this daily 21 MA that's actually coming up into the pattern right now. Those are going to be the key supports. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price action finishes developing this falling wedge pattern and breaks out according to my estimate here. Okay. Now, there could be other bullish patterns, scenarios that I have not accounted for, but I do think this is the more probable one according to my reasoning here. Okay. That's the bullish case scenario. Finishes developing this pattern, breaks out, and then mining the resistance levels I have just pointed out. I think this is the more probable scenario. Bullish case scenario. Bearish case scenario. Price action breaks this bottom trend line. It looks like I could still adjust my bottom trend line here to still keep a falling wedge shape intact. Okay. If it breaks this bottom trend line, the next level of key support I'll be looking at will be the daily 21 MA, the blue line. If that does not hold, then I'll possibly be looking at about the 28.5 fib level area. Now these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.